Top of the morning from Hawaii, the island of Maui. A big, beautiful rock in the middle of a big blue ocean. Here's a diptych I just started. So I'll go into my studio and see you there. All right. What I have here is a piece of glass, and I prepared this, sprayed the back with a little black spray paint, some copper spray paint, scraped it good, got some nice scrape marks in there. There's some paint that I put over it, peeled off, just kind of getting things ready. So I'm going to set this up on some cups here, and
I got this bag from Starbucks. They pack their coffee in these bags. But you get some nice things going with these bags. Like right here, I like this this little plastic port here where they sucked all the air out of it. That's kind of nice. I think this will be the centerpiece right here. Put that in here. And then maybe just one little strip instead of the, this is the dull side and that's the brighter side. Get a little bit of oil from the coffee off of here. There we go. Slide that into there. Okay, and then maybe take just a strip from the dull side of this bag. And put it right there.
okay, so my phone died. Had to get an extension cord and a charger. That piece on glass I just put outside in the sun, give it a little dry time. So this is my rig up for doing video. I've got an old water filter, and it's got a nice hole here. So just put a rag here, and I've got these bottles that I've filled up with acrylic. Add a little weight, so I'll just stick this guy in here, and voila, I've got my video rig here. This is a piece I started about 10 days ago, and I want to show you what's going on with the textures here. I don't know, it's kind of hard to see it on the video, but I'll just kind of slowly scan over it. So that'll give you a little idea of what's going on with the various textures in this piece. So what you have here is an old picture frame, and on the back side I mounted some board back there. Took the picture out, took the glass out, mounted the board back there, and then that way I've got 3/8 to maybe half an inch of space down in here to create the layers of texture until they finally build up to where they're even with the frame itself. And then I can spill the painting over and encapsulate the frame all into one. Okay, so what I'm doing here is just a final little bit of tear out. Some of these little sections here, I want to maybe pull them out or kind of weave them back in. So that's what we're doing here, is just a little final tear out. I've got a bucket down here of stuff that I've torn off of other paintings. You can see it's just all kinds of good stuff in here that I reuse this. I'll repurpose that back into future painting. So this is the construction and deconstruction. A little later I'll take a heat gun to this, because some of these guys have curled up, they're standing up, and I will warm them with the heat gun, lay them back down, get everything set, and then I'll seal it. So that's where we're at with this one. I'll do more videos to show the process from the beginning. Okay, charged back up. The phone is going again. Just put some sealer on this boy. And just put some sealer on this one. And this guy has dried enough. We'll take it back in. Okay, oh, by the way, you'll notice these hangers that are on the glass here. So this is a great product here, Solarez. I can tack these on with this, it's an epoxy, but it goes off in the sun. So 5 minutes in the sun and that epoxy is set and these are tacked on. And then later when I hit this with resin, why, everything will be good and solid. Okay, I'll set up here. Next thing that's going to go on is some texture. I've got a 5-gallon bucket down here full of texture that I've put together. There's all kinds of good stuff in here. There's sawdust, coffee, bits and pieces of, well, who knows, but there's all kinds of good stuff in here. Lots of interesting texture. So okay, let's put some of this on here.
Okay, then I just want to give a little highlight here. A little highlight here. Yeah. And a little bit of some dark stuff, right? Along here.
Sweep off this extra texture here. I'll clean it up off the floor later, but all right, every day on this side of the grass is a holiday. Okay, I have some acrylic that I mixed up here. It's got just a little bit of a gray tone to it, but it's a gloss. So I'm gonna put some of that in here. And this brush, this works great too. I can get
Has a good effects with this. So just gonna do something really simple here, but try to keep it clean as well.
Okay, let this dry, and we'll go from there. So what I've got here is I bought this, it probably came out of a condo. They were remodeling, I suspect, and so anyway, I got this, I think I got it for $5. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take it apart and show you how I repurpose these things. And the entire frame becomes a painting. So I'll take it apart here and then show you what I'm up to. And I'm really excited because I discovered this technique for building up layers of paint, texture, and all kinds of bits and pieces of things. And it's really opened up a whole new realm for me. I've never painted like this before. It's been a really, really fun adventure discovering this. Quite by accident, I discovered a way to layer my paint so that the layers were independent of each other. And all of a sudden I had this door of interesting possibilities open. Okay, so we're going to pull this mat out. That's got some nice colors, so I can work with that. And the glass. The glass has got to come out. Ooh. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to prime the backside of it here. So I'm going to seal this thing up tight so that, because a lot of my paintings I do outside, and sometimes I have to go on an errand or something and it'll rain and everything gets wet. And it's not a problem for the paint and all the things that I'm doing, but for a frame like this, it's a disaster because it'll swell up and fall apart, and that'll be that. Okay, so get it all cleaned up and then I'll show you what we have after that's done. Okay, the caulk is dried good, and okay, so I found this. Somebody was throwing some paint out of a building, and I picked this up and shook it, and I could tell it was still viable. And I'll prime it and let it dry. Okay, I sealed this one, let it dry outside in the sun, and it's about to rain, so I brought it in, and I'll just kind of do a rollover and let you see what's happening with this thing.